Most men lead lives of quiet desperation. That's a quote I heard from Joe Rogan. I don't know if he originally came up with that quote, but the quote he says is 100% true, and it's something I see way too often in my life. Most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Now, I know it's probably women, it is women too, but I think particularly from my experience, I see it a lot from men. That's my own age, sort of early 20s to 30s, 40s, 50s and 60s, you know, at the kind of the tail end of living these deeply unfulfilling and unsatisfying lives. And I just thought I must talk about it on this video. Typically what I see from this type of person that I'm describing is these are just generalizations. They'll work a 9 to 5, they'll work a job that doesn't really serve them, doesn't really serve their soul's purpose. I'm not saying don't work, they've never done anything that truly serves them on a deeper level, spiritual level. They exhaust themselves through work because society has told them that's what you should do, and they kind of trick themselves into thinking, they'll try and trick you too into thinking that you should do that. You're lazy if you don't work a 9 to 5, you're a slave. And they'll work 5, 6, 7 days a week and absolutely exhaust themselves. They work too hard at the wrong things, really. They're a slave to someone else. They might also settle down in a relationship early, remaining in their comfort zone, not really going out into the world independently and conquering life. Nothing against relationships at all. They're in their comfort zone too much, them and their partner. These types of people will often turn to various forms of resistance, drugs and alcohol, cigarettes, smoking, weed, a lot of the time. It's just a form of resistance. They'll also use entertainment, Netflix and social media, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and it will just drain them of their soul, their essence, their precious time and energy they've been given here, and they'll let it drain them and suck up all their energy. Massive form of resistance. Our devices. These people, as I've said, they never face their fears. They never really face themselves truly. They live a life. They live a lie. They don't really live. They exist. They merely exist. They don't face their fears. They don't face themselves, and they for sure pay the price. Now, if you're someone who does live through your soul's purpose a bit more, these people will often envy you, often show resentment and hostility towards you. So if you are someone that's living your purpose, you know yourself a little bit, you know yourself, you understand yourself, they will unconsciously see that and try and pull you down. They won't like that because they're not doing that. They're not doing what their duty is here. They're behaving incorrectly, and they're living lies, really. They're living life of lies. They're not really honest with themselves, and they're really in a mind prison. It is a very sad thing to see, and I wish I could, and we will wish, you'll wish as well, if you're one of these people living your soul's purpose, you'll wish you could take them with you and show them the other side, that their fears are merely limitations that they're put on themselves, that they've been conditioned to have, really. However, you can't save the drowning man. Usually it's actually the case that they'll actually pull you with them. So never betray yourself in order to try to save them. Ultimately, they have to face themselves. You can't face themselves for them. You can help them, you can influence them, you can be direct and firm with them and be honest, you know, when it's the moment is right to. However, it has to be them. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You know, you can open the door for them, but they have to walk through it, you know. If you think this video resonates with you in terms of the person who is living a life of unfulfillment, of dissatisfaction, a life of quiet desperation, or actually anyone who is on the other side as well and living more true to themselves and their soul's purpose. One thing I was told from, I'll give credit to Jack Hopkins, CEO of Testosterone, a YouTuber. He gave me the idea probably about a year ago now to make a list of everything you're scared to do. That could be anything. It might be cold approaches, it might be speaking to women, it might be making a YouTube video, it might be doing something new that really really serves you and you can really grow from, not just doing the same thing constantly. Entering a fight maybe, a combat sport, public speaking is some people's fears. Really face that adversity. Write a list, and throughout your life, add to it. Make sure it's, you know, it's going to be different for everyone. People are going to have different things. Usually they can, a lot of the time, be social things. And go through that list and just face everything on it. And the beauty of doing that, it will make you feel so alive, and you'll really you'll grow so much. It'll really contribute to your soul's evolution. Okay. So yeah, if anyone's on either side of the fence there, do this, and yeah, it'll be the best journey for you. One other resource I would like to point out is a book written by Stephen Pressfield called The War of Art. This speaks a lot about resistance and forms of resistance. I've just spoken about a couple, but he puts it in a nutshell. It's a book, it's a very good book, it's not too long. It's called The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield, and I would really recommend, if anyone's suffering from resistance or just really wants to better themselves, go read that book if you haven't already. That's everything, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. Over and out.